BookOutlet recently did their $5.99 fiction sale, and every time that sale comes around, you guys know we have to place an order. It's just one of the best sales that they have. It was a little while ago that we placed our order, but we haven't unboxed it yet, so we're gonna do that today. Plus, we're gonna unbox all of our normal monthly book subscription boxes. So today's just gonna be a really fun book haul. I'm excited to see what we got.
I already forgot what we got, so let's get into it.
I know some of the ones from BookOutlet I read already, and I've just been waiting for the physical copy, so let's get into that. Okay, we made it through the first layer. We will start with the BookOutlet order. Those never work right. How many booktubers does it take to open the BookOutlet
We
box?
got it.
All right, we're in. We destroyed the box, but as you can see, it's filled all the way to the tippy top.
Okay, let's get into it. I should have got this one.
Did you not?
No. The first book I got is Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan. I just read Same Time Next Summer by this author, and it was so good. I was comparing her to like Emily Henry, Abby Jimenez. So the fact that they had another one of her books, I just had to get it. I don't know what this one is about though. It says Allie Morris is a professional organizer whose own life is a mess. Her mom died 2 years ago, then her husband left, and she hasn't worn pants with a zipper in longer than she cares to remember. No one is more surprised than Allie when the first time she takes off her wedding ring and puts on pants with hardware, she meets someone, or rather her dog claims a man for her by peeing on him. Ethan smiles at Allie like her pants are just right, like he likes what he sees. See, these are the kind of silly books I need sometimes, just something light and easy. I think it's so cute.
That does sound good. I will say with this purchase, I tried to get summery books because when we did our summer TBR, I didn't really have like summer themed books. So I tried to get some this order. So first one is Seven Summers by Paige Toon. This one, come on, is giving summer. There's a seashell on the front. It says 6 summers ago, Liv and Finn meet working in a bar on the coastline. A tragic event happens and it says Finn will return every year, and if they're still single, they'll spend the summer together. I love books like that where there's like huge gaps, and every year that they meet, they have to catch up on what they've missed throughout that whole year and like see if they still connect. I love books like that. It says though, this might be a love triangle because it says Liv crosses paths with Tom, a mysterious new arrival in her hometown. Now she must make an impossible choice. I already know I love stories like this, and then you're gonna throw in a love triangle and I'm even more on board.
And summer themed.
Summer themed. That's the most important part.
This one I was very excited about. It's Sandwich by Catherine Newman. I've been wanting this book for a while. I don't think I've seen anyone say anything about it. It just seems like a good summer read, and it did catch my eye the last time we went to Barnes & Noble, so I was so excited to see it on BookOutlet. I wasn't expecting it to be this short though, so hopefully I can knock it out in July. It says a moving, hilarious story of a family summer vacation full of secrets, lunch, and learning to let go. We'll see what it entails. It's just giving 4 to 5 star read for me. I don't know why.
I hope so.
I feel it.
I finally got my first Ellen Hilderbrand book, and this is 5-Star Weekend. I actually did already read this book. I couldn't wait, but I really liked it, so I'm glad that I have the physical copy now. This one was super interesting though. Our main character, Hollis, invites 5 women from different eras of her life to come together for like this perfect 5-star weekend. I really enjoyed the vibes. It's definitely more of like a literary fiction though. We like deep dive into each of these women's lives and how they all connect. I'm glad this was my first Ellen Hilderbrand book. I'll definitely pick up some other ones.
They also had Real by Kennedy Ryan. I did read Before I Let Go by this author and I really loved it. I'm not sure if this is also a part of her series with that one or if this is something separate, but it says Neva is ready for the spotlight. After months as an understudy, this is her night to shine. She never imagined he would watch in the audience. Cannon Holt, famous film director, fascinating, talented, and fine. Before she can catch her breath, everything is changing. Neva goes from backstage Broadway to center stage Hollywood, from being unknown to having her name on everyone's lips when Cannon cast her in a star-studded Harlem Renaissance biopic.
Honestly though, this seems like you would like it.
Yeah, because I love things like that.
It's like Hollywood and a romance.
Could this one shot, the role of a lifetime, the love of a lifetime, cost her everything? Guess we're gonna find out.
Sounds drama-filled. I did get a new Rebecca Serrell book, and this is Expiration Dates, which you read and enjoyed, so I'm so excited. I wanted to get it from Aardvark, but they had sold out of it. So when I saw it on BookOutlet, I knew I had to snatch one up. This This one sounds so interesting because every time she meets a guy, she receives a paper that says like when their relationship's gonna expire. So when she finally meets a guy and receives a paper that doesn't have an expiration date on it, things get interesting. I'm so excited.
I ended up getting The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling. I loved The Ex-Hex and The Kiss Curse by this author. I think she came out with this one last year. I just didn't get around to getting it. I think we're gonna see some of the same characters that we've seen in book 1 and book 2, and I absolutely love that. So I'll be saving this one for around October, November, December months.
Last book we actually both got, and it is Before We Were Innocent by Ella Berman. I mean, look at this cover.
A second for the cover.
This screams like teenage, adolescent, summertime. They're like running around the beach in bathing suits. This is another one that I had ordered and I actually ended up reading before I opened this box. It was so good. Basically, there's like 3 teenagers. It's a summer in Greece and only 2 of them leave that vacation alive. So there is a bit of a mystery, but we're more diving deep into their friendship itself and like everything that happened that summer. I thought it was really good.
The truth depends on who you ask. I'm gonna have to read this one soon.
Okay, so that was it from Book Outlet. Now we can get into our normal monthly book subscription boxes. Do you want to start with Book of the Month or Aardvark?
Probably Book of the Month.
Okay. With this Book of the Month order, we knew we wanted our book club book for the month because Literal Besties are currently reading My Friends by Frederick Bachman.
We did both just finish this book.
I liked it. It was my first book by him.
I definitely liked it a lot more than Anxious People. The first half I was so locked in. I loved everyone. I loved all the characters. And then things just kind of slowed down a little bit for me. But it was still very good. The messages were very good. It's just very heavily like lit fic.
Yeah. So if you're into that, definitely worth it. It is bigger than I thought. So that explains why it kind of felt like it went on for a bit. I feel like all summer books have the same theme though, of like friendship and connection, and I don't know, I've really been into that.
The other book that I picked is The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. The synopsis of this one really intrigued me. June 1975, the Taylor family shatters in a single night when 2 teenage siblings are found dead in their own home. The only surviving sibling, Vincent, never shakes the whispers and accusations that he was the one who killed them. Decades later, the legend only grows as his career as a horror writer skyrockets. Ghostwriter Olivia has spent her entire professional life hiding the fact that she is the only child of Vincent Taylor. Now on the brink of financial ruin, she's offered a job to ghostwrite her father's last book. What she doesn't know though is that the project is another one of his lies, because it's not another horror novel. After 50 years of silence, Vincent Taylor is finally ready to talk about what really happened the night in 1975. This is giving The Only One Left by Riley Sager, which is one of my favorite books from Riley Sager. I'm very intrigued though. I hope I can read this one soon.
So the other one I got is What Kind of Paradise by Janelle Brown. I remember reading the synopsis and knowing I had to pick it up. A teenage girl breaks free from her father's world of isolation to discover that her whole life is a lie in this propulsive new novel. We see a young woman on a quest to understand how we come to know ourselves. It's a bold and unforgettable story about parents and children, nature and technology, innocence and knowledge, the losses of our past, and our dreams for the future. Just the fact that this girl's father kept her isolated from the rest of the world her entire life, and now she's starting to realize like whatever her dad said is probably a lie. It's crazy.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel. That is all of our Book of the Month books. Now we'll get into Aardvark Book Club. If you haven't yet ordered from Book of the Month and you want to, we do have a referral code, you guys know, so we'll leave that in the description. You can get your first box for only $5, so definitely make sure to use that. I feel like that's worth it. So now we are opening our Aardvark books. I'm always so excited for these.
The first one I got is very much something you would have got.
And she's thick.
She is thick. This is called The Devils by Joe Abercrombie.
Why is it something I would have got? I do love the cover.
Holy work sometimes requires unholy deeds. Brother Diaz has been summoned to the sacred city where he is certain an accommodation and grand holy assignment awaits him, but his new flock is made up of unrepentant murderers, practitioners of ghastly magic, and outright monsters. The mission he is tasked with will require bloody measures from them all in order to achieve its righteous ends.
That sounds good.
It does sound really good. And I saw a different cover of this, and I think that was what intrigues me, because you could see him and like the monsters behind him, and it just looked pretty cool.
That must have been a different summary than what they had on the website, because that sounds good and I would have got it. First one I got is Disappoint Me by Nicola Dinon. Look at this cover. This is gorgeous. Something about like the pink I think is calling to me this month. It says, an electrifying story of love, betrayal, and the complicated allure of bougie domesticity. Funny, sharp, and poignant, Disappoint Me is a sweeping exploration of love, loss, trans panic, race, millennial angst, and the relationship, familial and romantic, that makes us who we are. This sounds so good. I'm really excited for this.
The other one I got is The Starving Saints. I really just got that one because the cover is crazy. I think they said it was also like a special edition.
Wow, that's really cute.
Yeah, this is why I purchased it.
I love.
Stunning.
Maybe this pink is in right now.
Yeah,
because I
pink
can
is
see.
always in. What are you talking about? I don't even know what this is about. I was just like, yep, add to cart. A transfixing fever dream of medieval horror from the national best-selling author of The Luminous Dead and the Death of Jane Lawrence.
Oh, The Death of Jane Lawrence has an awesome cover too.
She just likes cool covers, I guess.
It's the one with the hand and the, it's like strings attached. Ooh!
We'll see if I actually get around to reading this one.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just don't understand.
Wait, let me read it.
Already I don't understand.
They worded that weird. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Maybe you needed me to read it.
Okay, you read it for me.
The castle has been under siege for 6 months. Food is running low and there's been no sign of rescue, but just as the survivors consider deliberately thinning their number, the castle stores are replenished, the sick are healed, and the divine figures of the Constant Lady and her saints have arrived. So it's something bad's happening. These people came in and saved them, but I bet you they're gonna be like, something not great. Yeah, that sounds good. So this next one, it looks like we both got, and it is The Memory Collectors by Diet Messerve, and this one sounded so good. 4 strangers time travel to the past and find themselves stuck on the day all their lives were changed in this stunning speculative mystery. It says perfect for fans of Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Wrong Place, Wrong Time, and The Paradox Hotel, which is crazy because we love those.
What would you do if you could spend an hour in your past? 4 strangers in the beach town of Ventura, California are about to find out.
The Memory Collectors is a heart-wrenching, genre-bending novel brimming with hope, grief, and second chances. This sounds so good. I love the idea of time travel, so anytime there's like a book with that, I'm gonna pick it up. And the last one I got, Amanda does already own, but it is Perfume and Pain by Anna Dorn. I heard this was like an LGBTQ plus one, so I was like, oh, I should read it in June. Time is ticking though. I don't want to read too much about it, but I know Amanda liked it, so I'm excited. This is a little bit insane. I'm kind of overwhelmed.
Hey, you already read 2 of them.
You're right. You're right.
Actually, 3 of them.
Okay, so we're doing good. You're right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I feel a lot better. I feel better about this. Thank you. That's pretty much it for today's video though. I kind of like these monthly videos. Even without the book outlet, we always have like our monthly book subscription boxes, so those are always fun to go through.
Again, this video is not sponsored, but as always, we do have referral codes. So Lauren told you about the book of the month one. We also have the Aardvark one that will get you your first book for $4 and free shipping, which is insane. And then we also have a referral code over on BookOutlet that will get you $5 off your first purchase of $25 or more. So we will have all of that linked below.
That's pretty much it though. So thank you guys so much for watching. Reminder to join our Literal Besties Book Club if you haven't already. We will be voting for our July book pretty soon, so that'll also be linked. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys next time. Try not to chitter chatter too much in this.
Okay.
Because we
Single mom. She's a mom? Mommy?
Mommy? Mamacita?
It says a moving, hilarious story of a family summer vacation full of secrets, lunch, and learning to let go.
I love lunch.
Oh, it's called
Sandwich. We're so... I do think this was a good first read for me of hers. I did pick up a Rebecca Steele book for this summer. This is Expiration Dates. You read it, right? And liked it?
It's Cyril.
What did I say?
Steele.
When she finally meets a guy and receives a paper that doesn't have an expiration date on it, things get interesting.
Would you want that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I would love, because then you're not wasting any time. Like, you know exactly how long they're supposed to be in your life.
Yeah.
I would love that.
But who's making that call?
That's not for me to question.
I hope I can read this one soon. I keep making fun of Sierra. I know, I
caught myself doing that the other day. I think I was talking to my mom or something, and I went, and I was like, oh my god.
I feel like I just did it. That's what I get for making fun of her. I love her though. She's such a queen.
What? What does it say?
I'm Mark. That's cute.
Wait, I love that. I don't want them to think I'm into the devil. You were like, this seems like something you would get. The devil. I said, oh.
Girl, I'm taking you to church tomorrow.
I just like the cover. An electrifying story of love, betrayal, and the complicated allure of bougie domesticality. I made up that last word. Domesticity. This is crazy.
Who needed this? I can't even fit more books on my TBR shelf. And I'm averaging like 5 a month, so I don't know what business of ours we had to do this.
I followed you even though that wasn't right.
We will have all of that linked below. That's it.
Bye.